Alright, welcome back everybody. So, last week we introduced circles. We got the universal tool for this module, the toilet paper roll, the paper towel roll. Now we're going to be on week 33, May 17th to the 21st. Got to fix that. Okay. And last week we did circumference, the distance around. Remember the Ferris wheel? How far around is the Ferris wheel if we know the radius? Okay. Then we did arc length. What if we only have a piece? What if we only have a piece? The idea of that percent divided by the whole 360. This week we're going to go the next step. Instead of just the edge, we want the area of a circle. Alright? So, you've got your cheat sheet. Last week was all about the arc length, the central angle, a percent of the whole. Okay? Whatever that distance was, that degree divided by 360, and we were using 2 pi r. Alright. Then, in class, you guys measured, drew, sketched. This week, it's all about pi r squared, the area. Okay? If we fill this in, how much area right there? Okay, pi r squared. And then, think of a piece of apple pie or a piece of pizza. How much of the area are we interested? 45 degrees over the 360. Okay, percent of the whole. But before we get started, everybody grab your universal tool, the paper towel and toilet paper roll. And I just want you to realize where we were last week. Okay, we got our circle. Okay, and we were interested in the circumference, 2 pi r. Okay, where r was this distance. So everything was about the edge, and then we calculated how much of the edge. Okay, a percent. All right, and as an example, let's say we had a 90 degree. You know that there's 4 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we had 90 over 360. A percent of the whole. Percent of the whole circumference. Now, we have our toilet paper roll. Everybody kind of get practiced up here drawing three-dimensional shapes, okay? Because that's what we're here to do, is to discuss three-dimensional shapes. Our entire math career has been based on two-dimensional space. Now we're in three-dimensional space. Okay? Can you draw a three-dimensional shape? All right. Area on the bottom. Area of the top. Then we have, right, all the stuff in the middle. Stuff in the middle. So 2 dimensions. This is 2D. 2-dimensional. 2D. We're about to enter 3-dimensional space next week. So, thinking of the volume, okay? Whoop. The volume. That's where we're headed. Volume of a cylinder is our goal. So this week, our focus will be area. And the area of the top and the bottom. Area of the top and the bottom. Okay, because they're the same. Right? The area up here is the same as the area down here. And we can go to our cheat sheet. Area pi r squared. Okay? Area of a circle equals pi r squared. All right? Let's get started. Okay? Again, we have our we do, you do, I do, and then we'll have our handouts. Okay? All right. So, calculate the area of the sector. Write your answer in terms of pi. Okay? And again, whether we're in Mathia, MathXL, or however we do it, our answers could vary. Okay? In terms of pi, we're just going to leave the pi in there. If you were to actually use a calculator, we have a pi button, or pi is approximately 3.14. And you'll notice on one of the Mathia problems, they actually said just round to 3.14 and get an answer. Okay? All right. If the radius of a circle is 9 centimeters, radius is 9 centimeters, what is the area of the sector? So our goal is to calculate this. Okay? All right. So step 1. Step 1 is the area of the circle, a sub c, pi r squared. Pi 9 to the 2 power, pi times 9 times 9, 81 pi. And let's start making sure that we label centimeters squared. Centimeters times centimeters is centimeters squared. Okay? I know that's an algebra piece. Make sure that we're all used to that. Okay? So I'll actually write that. Centimeters times centimeters. So here's our answer. This is what they want because we want to leave the answer in terms of pi. Okay? All right. Now, the actual question said the area of the sector, AOB. Okay, AOB. AOB is 120 degrees. Okay, so now the sector area of the sector is the area of the whole circle, and we want a piece of the whole thing. Now, you probably know 120, 120, 120. It's a third, right? There's 3 of those pieces. 120 over the whole circle gives us the percent of the whole. 120 of 360, it's a third. Okay? Now, there's lots of ways to go from here. This is a correct answer. 81 times 120. And I'm going to use the fancy calculator because it simplifies for us if we need. My head's in the way. Okay. All right, so let's just go 81 times 120, and we'll get 9720 over the 360, and we're going to leave the pi. Okay? Remember your fancy calculator, if you're not used to simplifying, we'll just go divide by 360. In this case, it's a nice round number. If it wasn't, 27 pi square centimeters. Okay? If it wasn't a perfect number, we can just hit the math button. Very first thing that comes up is convert to a fraction. Boom. All right? Okay, so we did this one kind of as a group. I want you to start the second one. Go. All right. Welcome back. If the radius of the circle is 15 feet, radius, what is the area of the sector? Okay, so we're interested in this piece of the pie. All right, so step 1, area of the circle, pi r squared. So that's pi 15 times 15. And that's going to give us 225 pi. That's the whole thing. But we only want 30. Our sector is 30 over the whole thing. You see how there's 12 pieces of pie? You could actually divide that out, right? Okay, 12 pieces of pie. So, step 2, the area of the sector is the 225 pi times the piece we're interested in. Okay? All right. Again, you could just multiply that out. 30, 30, 30, 675 with an extra 0. So 6750 pi over the 360. We love those answers, yes. Yes, let's grab our fancy calculator. 6750 divided by 360. 1875, perfect. Math, convert to a fraction, enter, enter. 75 over 4. 75 pi over 4. Either of those answers are great. Okay? All right. Now, pause the video, have more of a discussion, no problem. Okay? Let's go to the next page. Okay? Whoops. Our next page. If the radius of the circle is 32, radius 32, what is the area of the sector? If the radius is 24, what's the area of the sector? And then high-level ones. Now, we're going to leave these high-level ones for the Wednesday, Thursday class because they're multi-step. Okay? So why don't we do this one today, and then we'll come back on Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday. I love it. Because these take some time, multi-step shaded areas. All right, so let's do this one. This will be our last one for our Monday, Tuesday. Because we have to have time to go hang up our universal circle shape tool. All right, radius. So R equals 32 centimeters. What is the area of the sector? So again, we want this piece of the pie. So step 1, area of the circle, pi r squared, and our r is 32 centimeters, so that's squared. So pi 32 times 32. Wow, I'm going to need a calculator. What's 32 times 32? Oh boy. 32 to the power of 2, 1,024. I'm glad I didn't guess that. 1,024 pi square centimeters, but we only want 18 over the 360. We only want a piece of the whole pie. So the area of our sector is 1,024 pi, and we only want 18 of the 360. Okay? And let's grab a calculator. 1,024 times 18. And let's see what happens when we divide that out. Perfect. It doesn't fit. Math, convert to a fraction. Boom, boom. Perfect. So 256 over 5, 18,432. 18,432 pi over 360. But we'll use a calculator and we can get our fancy answer, 256 pi over 5 square centimeters. So any of those work. All right, so now you've got your solo, okay, on the off day, and then when you come back Wednesday, Thursday, we'll repeat the process, and then we'll do a multi-step problem. Okay, have a great Monday, Tuesday, everybody. Bye.